One of the most powerful ways to build wealth isn't just about your 9 to 5 job. It's about what you do on the side. Think of side hustles as your own personal R&D department, a place where you can learn new skills, stack up more savings, and invest for your future, way beyond what a regular job can offer. All right, so let's jump right into this playbook.
So, let me ask you this. Think of your career, your finances, your whole life, like a video game. You start out at level 1, you gain some experience, you level up over time. The real question is, where are you on that journey right now?
And look, this isn't just some fun little metaphor. This is the foundation of real-world success. Just listen to entrepreneur Mark Tilbury. He says that if he had to pick one thing, it was all those little side jobs that were the absolute key to unlocking everything else for him.
So here's our quest line for today. We're going to kick things off with why you should even press start on this game. Then we'll move through every single level, from the teenage tutorial right up to the boss level. And finally, we'll talk about the ultimate win condition, reaching the tipping point.
The whole idea here is actually pretty simple. You start out like a level 1 character, right? Maybe you've got a couple of basic skills, not much else. But with every side hustle, every challenge you take on, you evolve. You get more skilled, more powerful, and ultimately a whole lot more valuable.
The whole progression is laid out just like a character's journey. First, you just learn the basics, try a little bit of everything. Then you start to specialize, to pick a skill tree and really get good at something. After that, you combine those skills and, this is key, you start investing. And finally, you build systems that make money for you. So let's start at the beginning.
Welcome to Level 1, the tutorial. At this stage, your main goal is not to get rich, not at all. It's all about trading your time, which you've got a lot of, for a little bit of cash, and way more importantly, for those crucial experience points, or XP.
Your quest objective here is super simple. Just aim for about $50 to $150 a month. It's a real achievable goal that just gets you in the game.
So, how do you do it? You take on some low-cost starter quests. I'm talking simple service jobs like washing cars or reselling. The Azores actually mentions this kid who made over 50 grand a year just selling candy at school, until he got shut down, of course. You could even become a referee for youth sports. The point is, these have almost zero startup cost.
But listen, the cash is not the real prize here. It's all about the skill points you're earning. You're learning the absolute fundamentals of business. How to sell something, how to make a profit, how to manage people if you get your friends involved. These are the core skills that are going to carry you through the entire game.
All right, time to level up. Stage 2 is all about specializing. You've done the starter quests, you've explored the map a bit. Now it's time to stop being a generalist and start choosing a skill tree to climb.
And of course, the quest objective levels up right along with you. Now you're shooting for a solid $250 to $400 a month. This reflects your more focused, more specialized effort.
This is where you actually get to choose your class. Who are you going to be? Are you the teacher, tutoring a subject you're great at, or even a hobby you love? Are you the merchant, learning e-commerce through dropshipping? Or maybe you're the creator, building an audience on YouTube and mastering digital media.
Now let's take a closer look at something like dropshipping. The myth, the thing you see online, is that it's easy money, a get-rich-quick scheme. But the reality, it's an intense business boot camp. You're learning digital marketing skills that so many older, established companies are desperate for. It's less about the immediate profit and more about the invaluable real-world MBA you're basically giving yourself.
Okay, now we're entering the mid-game, ages 18 to 29. This is the power play phase. You're not just trading time for money anymore. No, now you're combining those skills you specialized in, and, this is huge, you're unlocking a brand new ability, investing.
And just look at this jump in the income target. We're talking $800 to $1,200 a month. See? This is where all that grinding in the early levels starts to really, really pay off.
You level up by upgrading what you can do. That dropshipping bootcamp you went through, now you're a social media marketing consultant for actual businesses. That YouTube channel, it just became a professional wedding videography business. The source even talks about turning a model-building hobby into a high-end service for wealthy clients, which is how he met a mentor with 7 Ferraris. You're upgrading your skills to solve bigger, more expensive problems.
And this is where the real magic happens. You start taking just a small piece of that side hustle income, say $250 a month, and you put it to work. You're not spending it, you're investing it consistently, every single month into something simple like a low-cost index fund. And because you started so early, that small, consistent action,
It can grow into over $1.1 million.
And that's the kicker. By the time you retire, that is the incredible, awesome power of compound interest, and it's all unlocked by the extra income from your side hustle. This is truly game-changing stuff.
This all brings us to the final challenge, the boss level, ages 30 and up. The goal here shifts dramatically. You're no longer just grinding for active income. Now you're using your money and your experience to build systems that generate passive income. The goal is to buy back your time.
Your endgame strategy is all about building assets. This could mean a rental property that brings in cash flow every month, or it could mean scaling your expertise, creating a digital product or an online course to help many people at once. You're combining all of your wins, real estate, digital assets, your investment portfolio, into a powerful, diversified income machine.
And all of this leads to the ultimate win condition, the tipping point. This is that beautiful moment when your passive income from your properties, your products, your investments is enough to cover all of your living expenses. You've done it. Your money is now working for you, not the other way around.
Which leaves us with one final, very important question. Once you've beaten the game, once your money's handling the bills, the game isn't over. It just changes. The new quest is to decide what your time, your most valuable asset, is now truly worth.